The arena in San Antonio pulsed with electricity as the hometown hero made his walk. The roar wasn't just loud, it was personal. Jesse Rodriguez, known simply as Bam, was back where it all began. At just 23 years old, already a former world champion, he was chasing history again, another division, another belt, another statement in front of his people. The stakes weren't just professional, they were emotional. Across the ring stood Mexico's undefeated challenger, Cristian Gonzalez, taller, longer, calm under pressure. Gonzalez carried himself like a man who didn't come to play supporting role in someone else's celebration. He came to ruin it. Switching stances as he warmed up, loose and sharp, he looked ready to test the prodigy. The opening bell rang and immediately the contrast in styles became clear. Bam didn't rush, he stalked. Southpaw stance, subtle head movement, patient eyes studying every twitch. Gonzalez circled constantly, switching from orthodox to southpaw, refusing to give Bam a stationary target. It was a chess match in motion. A crisp jab from Rodriguez snapped through. Then a digging hook to the body. Nothing reckless, everything calculated. Gonzalez answered with quick counters and a sharp right hand to the midsection. The Mexican challenger wasn't intimidated. But there was tension beneath the exchanges. Bam's pressure wasn't explosive, it was creeping. Step by step, inch by inch, he cut the ring. The crowd sensed something building. Gonzalez was moving well, but he was moving a lot. And against Bam Rodriguez, that kind of movement always comes with a cost. By the middle rounds, the pace had sharpened. Gonzalez was still circling, still switching stances, but the rhythm was changing. His feet weren't gliding quite as freely. The constant motion was beginning to tax his legs, and Bam noticed. Rodriguez doubled the jab, stabbing it not only to the head but to the chest and ribs. Then came the thudding left hand downstairs, the kind that doesn't always draw gasps but steals breath. Gonzalez fired back with combinations of his own, landing a clean right hook and a sneaky body shot that momentarily caught Bam's attention. For a brief stretch, the challenger looked confident, even defiant. But Bam never panicked. His composure told the story. He feinted, waited, then exploded with a short uppercut inside. Sweat flew from Gonzalez's head under the bright Texas lights. The crowd roared as Bam followed with a sharp 1-2 that forced the taller man toward the ropes. Gonzalez tried to reset, bouncing away, switching southpaw again. Yet every escape cost him energy. Every pivot was followed by another Rodriguez jab cutting off space. Bam wasn't chasing, he was hurting. Round after round, the body shots accumulated. You could see Gonzalez's elbows dropping lower, protecting his midsection. And when his guard dipped, Bam snapped shots upstairs. A left hand cracked flush. The sound echoed. Still, Gonzalez refused to fold. He answered with grit, throwing counters even while backing up. It was competitive. It was tactical, but momentum was quietly tilting. Because Bam wasn't just landing punches. He was breaking resistance. As the fight entered the later rounds, the energy inside the arena shifted. The crowd wanted a finish. They sensed dominance. But Gonzalez had other plans. He dug deep, producing one of his better rounds in the seventh, sharp check hooks, a crisp right hand, and body shots that reminded everyone he was still dangerous. For a moment, the momentum felt uncertain. But championship fighters respond to moments like that. Rodriguez tightened the screws. He stepped in behind a stabbing jab, then ripped a left to the body that visibly jolted Gonzalez. The challenger's movement slowed just enough for Bam to close distance. A heavy overhand left clipped the chin. Then came a right hook upstairs. The crowd exploded. Gonzalez's toughness was undeniable. He absorbed the shots and continued to circle, refusing to give Bam a clean finishing window. Yet his technique began to unravel. His stance switches became rushed. His chin lingered in the air a fraction too long. Rodriguez capitalized. A sharp jab snapped Gonzalez backward, his glove brushing the canvas as he tried to regain balance. The crowd buzzed at the sight. Bam surged forward, sensing vulnerability, pounding the body once more before ripping combinations upstairs. And still Gonzalez endured. It became clear this would not be a quick knockout. This was a test of discipline, a test of maturity. Bam adjusted, refusing to overcommit. He controlled the ring, dictated the pace, and forced Gonzalez to fight on uncomfortable terms. The fight wasn't slipping away from Gonzalez. It was being methodically taken. The 12th round arrived with the crowd on its feet. Gonzalez had never fought this long before. 12 grueling rounds against one of boxing's brightest young stars. Fatigue etched across his face, but pride kept him upright. Bam stepped forward one last time. He jabbed to the body, hook upstairs, uppercut through the middle, each punch clean, efficient, precise. Gonzalez answered with stubborn counters, landing a short jab and a body shot before circling away yet again. He wasn't going quietly, but he was being outclassed. Rodriguez controlled the center of the ring, cutting off angles with veteran poise far beyond his years. He didn't abandon the body attack. He didn't chase recklessly. He closed the show the same way he opened it, intelligent, composed, relentless. When the final bell rang, both fighters raised their gloves. The crowd roared in appreciation. Gonzalez had proven his toughness. He had survived. He had moments. But this night belonged to Bam. The ring announcer stepped forward, scorecards in hand. A hush fell over San Antonio. Unanimous decision. And still climbing, Jesse "Bam" Rodriguez. The hometown hero had done it again. Another division conquered. Another world title secured, not with wild chaos but with calculated brilliance. At 23 years old, Bam Rodriguez didn't just win.